So we turn to him. As you said, poet, storyteller, courtier, shotter, writer, etc. We're going to delve into Fish's creations today and his creative mind, and his mind is general in some ways. Fish, you have anything appropriate to start us with? Let's focus on some of what you have produced. Let's start us with something.
I'll try to remain appropriate.
Yeah.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. Let the church say amen.
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 Au nom du Père, au nom du Fils, au nom du Saint-Esprit, ainsi soit-il. Papa ho, papa n'importe côté où yé, moi ka kouye asou, koute souple, moi la fait nom pour aider ben moi vini pour aider pour comme moi.
Amen.
Amen.
Sini mani confiance non mon corps, sini l'âme pour sauver, non kay sauver ça li avait sauver ça moi.
Amen.
Lang moi toi porte pour quitter l'homme homme, jodi a c'est chaque bête à faire, clairer pour l'âme yo, moi vini clairer pour l'âme moi.
Amen.
Papa ho, papa n'importe côté où yé. Koute souple, religion ni moins troublé, massav côté pour sable, catholique dit amen, anglican dit amen, baptiste dit nager, adventiste dit plonger, rastafari dit Selassie, Koresh dit brûler,
Amen.
Muslim dit jihad. Papa ho, papa n'importe côté où yé, qui manie les hommes, pas côté poche yo kawe, ek di yo côté bodye yo pa kawe. Yo ka haye non, yo ka tue non, yo ka fait moun mal non, lang yo pli de jewe passe en compte là.
Amen.
Ça yo dit devant, c'est pas ça yo dit derrière.
Amen.
Papa ho, papa n'importe côté où yé, depuis esclavage, nom et femme noire qu'a souffert pour la petite coulée nous, en Haïti, en Darfur, Soudan, en toute Afrique, yo qu'a traité nous cause animaux. Papa, moi ça vous coucher, moi ça vous pas qu'à dormir. Pis même bâton qui bat chien noir, obligé bat chien blanc.
Amen.
Papa, continuez, mettez, mangez à sous table moi. Bon, moi la France, c'est quoi pour continuer, chayer quoi moi. Pis moi ça va la route, c'est cher.
Amen.
Au nom du Père, au nom du Fils, au nom du Saint-Esprit.
Ainsi soit-il. Amen.
Amen, merci du
Merci, fils. Ça, c'est la prière.
Ça, c'est la prière, moi. On commencer. Tout le monde pour commencer avec la prière.
Ben, nous bien commencer.
You know.
We have begun well.
Well, okay, we'll continue to be well.
Fish,
My brother.
let's talk about your work and let's hear some of your work.
Wow.
Let's go back a little bit. When you first come to town, talk. When
Okay.
you first come to town, talk to me.
Country boy, part one. When I first come town from country, I used to tell everybody how they Sakafet morning, have a nice day, even dog and cat. But them town people used to say I show enough like some exhibition. But I ain't mean nothing. Just a little morning. That ain't gonna hurt you, much less kill you. From time this morning, my mommy used to say to me, Ishmael, manners make the man, woman, and child. It's nice to be nice to people, cause you never know when you go, where you go end up. One time, I tell this girl, morning, she tell me clear out. You dirty country boy, come to town to look for woman. Go and get the country mud off your toes, you country boy. Viens habitation. Bache di la salle, viens la way, manger la way. I never know morning could have offend anybody, so I look punchy tall spike heel shoes digging up the road. Is that make town road so bad, you know? Pon the girl face painted emulsion. No gloss. Flat. Just a little morning, the girl abusing me. I ain't looking for no town woman. When country have nice girls. When country girl walk, they don't mash hands. Country girl environmentally friendly. Simple. Black and proud. Country girl not illiterate. Country girl have doctorate. You know, when I first come to town from country, them town boys used to papi show me, you know. Call me country bookie. Tell me, viens tout petit book. Viens habitation. Go back country, climb tree like Tarzan. I look at the foolish town idiots and I say, if country boy don't plant food, town boy can eat. Town boy eating paper bag. French fries, burger. Country boy eating calabash. Tashin, budget, toloma. Country boy strong. Country boy foot. Country boy hand. Country boy whole self plant firm in the ground. Country boy inherit the earth. So when all you town idiots see country boy and country girl come to town, bring us respect now and always answer when we say morning,
Morning.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, Fish. So, Fish, you're a country boy?
Well, yes, I'm a country boy that raised up in town, but in truth of the fact I am a country boy. I have strong country roots.
Tell us about it.
You know,
where you born? Where you raised up? Who is Fish?
Okay, Fish is the son of Mr. and Mistress Cyril. Ma Cyril like Monsieur Cyril. That's right. You know, I mean, Ma Cyril came from Ancillary. You know, I am so Ancillary. Mr. Right. Cyril, born in Soufrière, but raised in La Slavedy. So I'm the West Coast boy.
Yeah,
you know,
I know Ancillary is one of our rich musical areas in our folk countries and Lucia.
And summertime, you know, I used to go down Ancillary or Soufrière. So one time I in Ancillary, another time I in Soufrière. And school time I in town. I in Castries, Hospital Road, Fula Show.
Shitali.
Not Shitali, Fula Show. There is a difference. There is a difference.
When you first come to town, you didn't know Shitali?
No.
Okay,
No. I discovered Fulasho, Shitali living in Fulasho because Shitali was in my backyard. You know, so when we went to, you know, go by the sea and things, so that was our beach. Fulasho boys, Fulasho girls, that's what we know as our beach. Shitali.
So listening to that poem, Country Boy, you're crossing the language spectrum in St Lucia. I see English, I see Creole English, I see French Creole or Patois and so on. Is that a mark of your writing and so on, that you go across the language? Yes, my brother. I always feel as a St Lucian writer, I want to communicate with St Lucians across the world. English, you know, Creole, even it be Spanish, whatever language you speak, I want to open up myself so that I communicate, I reach. I know I am one target audience. And you're expressing your St. Lucianness, because one of the things about St. Lucia is that we are so diverse. Well, exactly. We have the language structure goes across a range. That's why I never... bilingual at least. Absolutely. Multilingual. That's why... When you do that, you're expressing yourself as a proud St. Lucian. I'm aware of that, so because some of us St. Lucians are aware of that. So because I'm aware of that, I deliberately set up myself. So when I write myself, I write in English, I write in Creole. You know what I mean? Depending on how it comes, Depending on how it comes. Because if it comes in Creole, again in Creole. If it comes in English, well, I get it in English. You used to live close to a man as used to talk a lot, like Sullivan. Oh, Sullivan Dovey, my partner, my partner, a family friend. Oh yeah. I mean, we were living not too far away from each other. He was very close to my father. He was my father's domino friend, and because of that, you know, I mean, my family and their family became... knowledge influence you at all? Oh yeah. I mean, his story, I used to be, you know, I always have to pass by his home before I get to my home. George! George is me. You know, I mean, at that time, I was alcoholic in the cathedral. So he used to stop me. George! Est-ce que j'ai appris pour aujourd'hui? But we Monsieur Sullivan,
Et bien, il dit papa, on se va en esprit pour jouer dormir. So, you know, I mean, he was a really family friend and, you know, engaged me, I think so. Before I get into full show, I had a little life around Pavie. I mean, though I was born at Victoria Hospital, but we started living Pavie.
Yeah.
In fact, you're my neighbor.
Okay.
In fact, that's how we came across each other. We born the same year, you know. I just older than him. Yeah, we born the same year. You know, I born in October, he born in December.
But we focusing on you now.
You know, but I still born before him. You know, I mean, so we raised. Look, his house there. My house was right there. In fact, my mother used to say, like, if we used to think of each other, when she say, yeah, you know, so our communication started from way back then.
The Pavie was important because if you remember, we were really close, again, to some cultural things. You remember steel band,
exactly,
and them,
exactly.
Steel band, and not the steel band in those days used to have bands.
Yeah.
A lot of the bands, like Turks, they were owned by steel bands. Diamond Steel had a carnival band.
That's right.
He had a carnival band, and there was a steel band, and so on. So you're really influenced by rhythm and culture, and so from there.
I am, and especially again, I cannot ignore the Creole background because, boy, my father was strictly Creole. Eh? That's the interesting thing about it. My father couldn't even speak English. You know what I mean? Monsieur Cyril. Papa, il pas jamais voulu l'école. In fact, papa, il quittait l'école. Et voyait à habitation pour travailler pays. You know what I mean? So he never really, in fact, he used to crack joke me to buy George samedi tout seulement à l'école. Il te buy. Les samedi tout seulement à l'école. So, you know, so in a way, that really helped me. I not no parents or nobody telling me, boy, you can't speak patois. In fact, that's how we speak to me, and they expect me to, you know, report. So from early times.
You were influenced by the language.
I was influenced by
in the Creole language.
Yeah.
I'm from home.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it too.
Exactly.
Because if your father's speaking,
exactly. And my mother, I tell you, is on slurry, so you know what I mean. They always communicated each other. You know what I mean.
And that has given you a difference.
Exactly.
You're writing that
That
the Creole. We'll get to the Creole. We'll get to the Creole in your writing in a little bit. Or probably we should get to it now. You know, to see the wealth of what you do with our language in terms of your writing.
Okay.
Give us one of your Creole poems.
Okay. I want to give credit to I work alongside a drumming group called Lapo Cabuit when I first started doing my poetry.
That's Laborde.
That's Laborde and them the Laborde. You know what I mean? Was murdered. You know what I mean?
Lapo Cabuit.
That's right.
Yeah. And if I remember, Lapo Cabuit, one of the top performing groups in St Lucia at that time, based on drums, but you were the front of Lapo Cabuit with the voice.
That's right.
And that alone was something very different in the performance tradition in St Lucia. There was a writer, but are you really a writer? A performer? What are you, Fish?
Well, I still try and work it out. I think I'm both. I'm a performer that writes. I'm a performer, but you see, at some point in time, I find some of the contents available. I didn't like some of the contents, and I started writing my own content. I started doing my own stuff. I had a lot of influence. I mean, my years in Jamaica was, you know what I mean, was a great influence. When I attended the Jamaica School of Drama between 1980 and 84 thereabout, I came across some really, you know, I mean, performance poet that really helped me and shaped me. Fellas like Mikey Smith, that's a partner of mine. We were really close, man, and they murdered a man in Jamaica, Stony Hill, stoned him to death. I could never forget that. In fact,
no, let me come to that. Find out one of the Creole.
Yeah, okay, the Creole.
In fact, we'll listen to some of your use of Creole.
Okay.
In your poetry.
Okay, I'll start you down. Pays Pouy. That's what I started doing flower. You might have to help me with that one.
Pays Pouy.
Yeah.
Rotten country?
Yeah.
Wow. That's which country?
After that, I'll give you a little joke around that thing.
Alright. Which country are you talking about? May I ask?
Pays Pouy. Go now, SDL.
Pays Pouy.
Yeah. Just help me with that thing. Just repeat after me. Un pays qui pourrit. That's what
Un pays qui pourrit.
Il pourrit.
Un pays qui pourrit.
Il pourrit.
Un pays qui pourrit.
From qui pas qu'à waiter Churchill, qu'à bay nom Catchill, qu'à servi nom Willie Chill.
Un pays qui pourri.
Il pourri.
Un pays qui pourri.
Même qui pas ni direction, qui fait action, qui pas ni satisfaction.
Un pays qui pourri.
Il pourri.
Un pays qui pourri.
Maman qui pas ni conduite, qui marche toute la nuit, qui dive qu'on caboute.
Un pays qui pourri.
Il pourri.
Un pays qui pourri.
Papa qui pas savent côté au aller, qui pas mêlé, qui fait ici au helé.
Un pays qui pourri.
Jeune bouk tourné zobi, qui mange zodi, un pays
qui pourri.
Gentifi, qui tiré radio net, qu'on yo fait à sous internet.
Un pays qui pourri.
Il pourri.
Un pays qui pourri.
Il pourri.
Un pays qui pourri.
Jeunesse qui pas ni messe, qui fait commerce, qui fait tristesse.
Un pays qui pourri.
Politicien qui pas ni parole, qui fait wall, qui fait bubble.
Un pays qui pourri.
Pourri.
Un pays qui pourri.
Boss qui pas ni conscience, qui pas ni patience, qui fait du travail en science.
Un pays qui pourri.
Police tourne soldat, qui baille orda, qui morde qu'on wada.
Un pays qui pourri.
Il pourri.
Un pays qui pourri. Fish killers pays qui pourri quoi.
Actually, I got myself in a little trouble with this one. Let me give you a little joke. You see, that time it was around the Public Order Act time. When I first came out to do that, with Public Order Act and things so. So boy, one time I going on the road, you know, a policeman stopped me. Fish, come here a while. Fish, that thing you have seen, you know what I mean?
And you have missing.
Yeah. I mean, can you give me a copy of that? I would really like to see that. You know what I mean? I like it, but I just want to see it, and you know what I mean? Right away, boy, fish on, fishy boy. You know, it doesn't write that, you know, I just say it. You know? I just say it, you know what I mean? So, you know, I can't even remember sometimes what I say, you know, but, you know, and believe me. And then I say, well, you know, I don't really have it written down anywhere. I just, well, you're not in the faucet, so you can't, you know.
But your Creole fish, I mean, the rhythm, you naturally catch the natural rhythms that we have this naturally in our language. The movement of the language, the words, the use of the words too, and so on. The beat, you get to the use of the pei, kipui, repetition of sounds and so on. Things you would analyze in a review of English literature. I mean, if you pay attention, you see the beauty and richness of our Creole language when you hear it.
Ek ma pateni pièce go éducation, même ko papa moi to a certain extent. So that's why I know there's a level of the language.
Language does not live in school.
True, thank you.
Language lives in the community.
Exactly.
The school understands it.
Well, I live in the community.
Understand it a little better.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. We want to hear some more Creole, but you said something a while ago that I want to probe you on. How you responded to the policeman. You doesn't write it, you just say it.
Yeah.
Do you write like the Walcott? Because it seems to me, and I'm talking because I have a language education background. It seems to me that you influence, you work in more from the oral tradition than from the writing tradition. You know, that the thing goes on more inside you than on a paper. And in a sense, the paper might not be as necessary to you as, say, some of the traditional writers. I'll tell you what, I look at you, some of the memory of some of your poems. A lot of writers will not be able to say their poems like that without their book. I
deliberately decided I'll perform. I'm not going there to stand up and write. Anyway, just to go back to your question, it's a bit of both, my brother. It's a bit of both the oral and the written. Because before I write any poem, my brother, the whole thing is in my head. The beginning, the middle, the end, even the rhythm, everything is already in my head, in the computer within me. It's there.
Yeah.
Then I sit down with my pen and paper and then I put it down and then start choreographing it. If it's 2 lines, I want to do 3 lines, you know, start working it on the
And
page. I work it on the page.
On the page.
But it's first in my mind. I conceive it in my mind. I have some of, in fact, I have all my probably verses in my mind. I have my chorus in everything I have already. It's already in me.
And you
even try it out, and I put nothing down on paper.
And hear that you're saying verses and chorus.
Yeah.
Now you normally speak of that in relation to a song, but here we are using words like verses, chorus in relation to a poem.
Yeah.
I mean, this is very, very, very interesting and fascinating in terms of you as, if we can call, a literary artist.
Wow.
Anyway, let's have some more Creole. Let's have some more Creole.
Okay. Banuti zingoko, edi mwek sa. Banuti zingoko, just that.
Oh yeah, well that one I know.
Banuti zingoko.
Banuti zingoko.
Saubonwa pa niyase.
Banuti zingoko.
Teasing encore.
Banuti zingoko.
Saubonwa pa niyase. Pri bagay ane ka hose, sale nou pa ka hose, nou ane ka force, nou japon ase.
Banuti zingoko.
Saubonwa pa niyase.
Teasing encore.
Gwonom ka pase pou tiboy, ane ka travay, nou pa di pièce bagay, pa même kay.
Banuti zingoko.
Saubonwa pa niyase.
Teasing encore.
Saubonwa pa niyase. Malewe ane ka pije, desou a pa ka bay manger, la vie pa ka changer, nou an danger.
Teasing encore.
Banou teasing encore.
Teasing encore.
Assez c'est assez. Malewe japon assez. Passe ça ou ka passe, assez c'est assez. Tout pas tout. Ou passer, c'est vague pas ici, vague pas là, vague.
Get away, ça.
Banou
Teasing encore.
Saubonwa pa ni assez.
Banou teasing encore.
Saubonwa pa ni assez.
Banou teasing encore.
Saubonwa pa ni assez.
And of course, there's the oral tradition again there. Call response
Yeah.
that dominates so much of our oral tradition. It's also a memory device, eh?
Ah.
It helps you remember.
Absolutely.
Your poem.
Absolutely. And I my poetry, the way I work, very participatory, my brother. I not come in and entertain anybody. We'll entertain each
I
other.
notice you haven't even had Marcus to say one little thing.
Yeah. No, well, you know, I mean, Marcus, you know.
But he doesn't say, don't worry, he doesn't
Yeah.
yeah.
You know.
And well, yes, we were focusing on the language, but the other thing that seems to stand out is your social consciousness.
Well, yes.
You seem to be very much into social issues,
Oh, yes.
etc. I mean, some of those verses you were very hard hitting on social issues.
Yeah, well, that's another reason why. I mean, I tell myself, why do I write? Why do I perform? And I always tell myself, I want to make a better St Lucia, a better world, a better, you know, I mean, I just cannot write. I mean, it's all well and good. I applaud all writers, you know, I want to write about the birds, the bees, you know, I mean, I choose to write about panimache, you know, unemployment, banutis.
You write about the birds and the bees.
I do write about the birds and the bees. I do write about them. Yes, I have.
I remember you had a famous one, the love letter.
Oh yeah,
remember that one?
Oh man.
I love you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh yeah,
H-A-T?
Okay. I also use a lot of forms to I mean traditional forms, games, storytelling.
They're all related from the Creole cultural tradition. It's not only the language. You're using the Creole cultural tradition. That's where we see, your use of the Creole language, but forms from the Creole culture. You have one there that you can demonstrate in terms of forms from the culture.
Yeah. Nursery rhyme. This one is called nursery rhyme. I learned that as a little boy going to RC school, you know, and I wanted to address the whole thing of predilaciny, the way people abuse farmers and all kinds of things. So, and I was trying to figure out, boy, how do you put that across? How do you? And then, you know, the inspiration came like this, out of this nursery rhyme. You need to help me with that one.
I have to help you that one to a nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
All right.
You digging potato
Jump belly jump.
in the old man garden.
Jump belly jump.
Nobody can see you.
Jump belly jump.
Nobody can hear you.
Jump belly jump.
Can I pass there?
No sir.
Can I pass there?
No sir.
Why? You asking why? Jailhouse, madhouse, Judge Fawediki, life in prison for digging potato.
Jump Billy jump.
In the old man garden.
Jump Billy jump.
You think they didn't see you?
Jump Billy jump.
In the old man garden.
Jump Billy jump.
Can I pass there?
No sir.
Can I pass there?
No sir.
Life in prison for digging potato.
Jump Billy jump.
In the old man garden.
Jump Billy jump. Wow. Wow. Marcus, that's a wow, isn't it?
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah,
I knew this was going to be great when we tried it.
yeah, fish. Yeah, I mean, nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
And you found the rhythm, not just the rhythm, rhyming scheme, rhythm, rhyming scheme, movement of words, beats. You found all of these. You come and make some really, some serious, you throw some serious blows with some people. Life
And
in
sometimes
prison,
I do that poem.
life in prison for digging potato.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chambili. In the old man garden, and that's important
And
to
in
you
the old
guys,
man
in
garden.
the old man garden. But Papa too, Pastor, we call it.
Wow.
You know?
I mean, we can talk metaphor and symbol and so on.
Sure.
What does the old man represent? What
Yeah,
does the
well,
garden
yeah.
represent?
Yeah,
And
well,
so
exactly.
we can begin to analyze. But that's not it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice listening, listening to you. Yeah, so you're on social consciousness. But you also use another form from the Creole culture, storytelling.
Oh, yeah.
We call you a storyteller.
Yes.
We call you thing, and yes, you tell stories. But again, I know the social consciousness is at the heart of your storytelling. Talk to us about your storytelling. Anything you need to tell us?
My storytelling. Again, my storytelling, my love for this country, my love for art form. I had to work in that area. I was influenced by a storyteller, God rest his soul, a fellow called Bitation. You know, Bitation was one of them storytellers that, you know, I had a lot of respect for. Also, I work a lot with Paul Kins Douglas from Trinidad. Paul Kins Douglas used to bring me up to Trinidad to do storytelling with him.
You mentioned, sorry, you mentioned Bitasio there, well, called Paul Kins Douglas. I don't want to hide this, but Bitasio is almost like an icon in storytelling and wake tradition in St Lucia. You had, I remember you had something for Bitasio, even though you can give us a little.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
I think I have it there. Let me get Bitation there.
People who never knew about Bitation.
You know,
because you do, if I remember, you do things like that. We will hear some of the stories. But then, as you mentioned Bitasio, I remember he was somebody, he was from Castries, but he went around the country, going through week after week after week, and you know, telling jokes, telling quick quack, telling riddle, etc. And people knew him.
Oh yeah.
And people knew him. You can't find it.
Yeah, well, I should have it there. Money.
Yeah, but anyway, we can come back to it.
Yeah, we could
have
come
a
back to
story.
it,
So let's focus on your storytelling right now.
Again, my storytelling.
And-
Sometimes
and the social consciousness.
I do it in straight English, Creole, or you know, in fact, I could just do it on at the top of my head. Écoute Pamela.
Et quoi?
Il dit quick.
Il dit quoi?
Il dit quick.
Il dit quoi?
Écoute Pamela.
Et quoi?
C'était un jour qu'aujourd'hui. Pas dit yo dit. Dit c'est moi qui dit. Compère moi dit. Il pas tenu manger à midi. Écoute Pamela.
Et quoi?
Il dit quick.
Il dit quoi?
Moi dit moi aussi. Compère dit la vie si. Qu'on joue aussi. Ici en Saint Lucia. Malheureux pas ça et ici. Écoute Pamela.
Et quoi?
Il dit quick.
Il dit quoi?
Avec les, moi ouais, copain, café, mon père, il tournait à bébé. Un jour souhait, sommeil pas y boit la place. En bourreau passé, voyez gasoline dans l'œil, puis il fait. Copain matin, il commençait à les, il commençait à pleurer, ouais. Il tournait bleu. Écoute, maman là.
Et quoi?
Copain moi l'hôpital, Bengal, Adam had sale. Hey, quick.
Et quoi?
Hey, quick.
What? There's emotion in that poem, eh?
Yes.
Sad a bit. Look,
Bitasio.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just a bit of Bitasio. I know it might have been a long thing, but you know, but let St Lucians hear, you know, and this is one of the things you do in your poem. You capture stories that you think should be preserved, in our archives of folklore.
Exactly.
So let's hear some of the story of
now it is called Lave Wake for Bitation, St Lucia storyteller. Bitation is a fella, Messi the quick. Bitation is a fella that know when anybody dead, how they dead, the exact time they dead. People say Bitation is carry a dead compass. Bitation know where they will be buried, what time they will be buried, and where the wake is, Bitation finding himself there. Yes, quick. One time, Bitation walk from Castries to Vieux-Fort to a wake with his flower in his hand. Bitation end up in a wake in Auger. That's after he had passed by 5 wakes along the way, telling jokes and stories. He said, Monsieur tout monde, good night everybody. My name is Bitations. I am here to console your body and soul, dry your tears and make your dead rest in peace. Bring out the coffee, don't forget the rum, make that whiskey. Te charger, pas oublier manger. I want mine well done, pas chaudé. Monsieur il dit quick.
Il dit quoi?
Tim.
Washes.
Maman couché, papa kabay bois. Children. Go and sleep. Go and play tiki-talk. A little old lady shout out. A little old lady shout out. Bitation, what do you say là? Pas ici, à une conversation saloua. Portez-moi au respect. Bitation answer. Maman couché, papa kabay bois. En fou. An oven. En fou. It's an oven.
Of course.
Ou tu vieux pour ça sous lido. I di chapeau.
No mind that dirty.
Next day, Bitation, another partner of his died last night. Bitation get vexed. How is last night he chose to die, eh? He know I had to go to a wake in Vieux-Fort. How can I be in Castries and Vieux-Fort at the same time? Anyway, Bitation say he going to his partner funeral. Bitation end up in the wrong funeral. You know the people from nowhere, he reached by the grave. Bitation started a chorus. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. And so says all of us, and so says all of us, and so says all of us. Everybody start looking at each other. Bitation, a lady that died. Bitation take the lady on. Bitation just take some dirty chaw on the coffin and he say, may your soul and the souls of all the people departed rest in peace. Amen. Somewhere. He threw some dirt on the coffin and he turned his back and he gone. I go stop there with us. We could continue. On another occasion, Bitation going to a week. That was after the 1979 election. You know, when the Labour Party lost the election, and Bitation going on the
What's your song?
Good night, everybody. My name is Bit. Before he could finish his seal, sat a rotten eggs come pelting behind him. Bitation make a right about it. Bon Dieu, la veille les baki là.
Yes, that was another thing about Bitation. He was a very strong UWP supporter.
Oh, yeah. And I tried to capture that there.
In fact, your use of pun.
Yeah.
Flumble his hand.
That's right.
Going to
That's right. That's right. You get it.
Oh, yes. I even if I
double meaning. That was deliberate. Trying and capture, you know.
Yeah, so again, your social consciousness. You have beliefs. What you believe, what you're fighting for.
You see, my brother. I mean, in my I fight for a better world, peace on earth. You know what I mean?
Sound like a beauty queen, I guess.
Well, the only thing about it, I'm really serious about it and things. I mean, that kind of cutlass thing I had in St Lucia, I think that's really troubled me, my brother. You know, I mean, we need to change our mindset, you know what I mean? And I always tell myself that's what I'll attempt to do. You see, because of my original background, don't forget I was a seminarian, studying for the priesthood.
Excuse me?
Yes.
George Fish Alphonse.
George Fish Alphonse. So I have
Father
that
Fish.
history too. That Father Fish.
I'm not surprised you I make it.
One time when I came back, Papa tell me, boy, Fish, boy, what happened, boy? You know, Father said, you know, Fish, what happened, boy? I said, well, Papa, as you told me, many are called, few are chosen. You see, but I told myself, theater, my story, that will be my pulpit. You know, and I made that conscious decision that the theater, my poetry, that's my pulpit, my springboard, you know, in order to, you know, get my stuff across. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So your Christian background,
Yeah.
well, some of the things you see.
Yeah, I mean, when you serve in the cathedral for 20-something years as an altar boy,
Wow.
you know, I mean, 25 years I spent in the cathedral as an altar boy, you know, and then just went straight into the priesthood from that, you know.
Well, the influence shows in your first poem, La Prière.
Yeah, well, exactly.
You sounded like a priest. Something you know. Again, it's a form.
It's a form.
You took
it's
a
form. That's
you know,
right.
from the culture that moves you.
That's
the
right.
Catholic Christian culture.
Exactly.
And you made
The
poetry.
form that I know, and that's what I do a lot with my work. I use forms that I know and fit in my poetry, fit in my work, fit in my stories within that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and just like your language, just like your thing, and so on. We have 2 minutes before we go to a break, Fish.
Okay.
I don't know if there's something short you want to share, because I want to come back to the storytelling, but your stories are a little long, but I don't know if there's something short that you want to just drop on us.
How about a short question for me?
Okay,
Yes,
go ahead.
yeah, we'll go to a short question.
No, I'm just curious. When you were in secondary school, what kind of hassles did you get? What kind of problems did you get? Were you a good student? Were you a troublesome student? Were you the class clown? Did you get licked for speaking Creole?
Well, no. Actually, my secondary school was not done here. My secondary school was done at the minor seminary. I mean, at that time when I went to school, there was only one secondary school in the
He
island.
had made up his mind to be
You know?
a priest, so he had gone across.
So
he didn't
I-
go to secondary school.
I didn't go to secondary school.
gone in
From
priest
RC Boys School, you know what I mean?
Minor what?
Minor seminary, St. Paul's in Guyana.
Wow.
Bishop Gashi,
Had
you know
sent
what I
you over
mean?
there, okay.
Yeah, sent me up to Guyana into minor seminary.
So how was that for you as a Creole speaking? You know, I mean, I guess you hadn't gotten the social conscience that you have now.
No, I didn't have that. I had more at that time it was more the religious conscience that was at play. So you know,
But that was during the time of liberation theology. I mean,
Well,
that was
it came a
that
little
was
after.
it came just a little after.
Yeah.
Because
just a
he
little
came into
after.
liberation theology. In fact, he was one of the early members of the Folk Research Center, and a lot of the spirit that moved the formation of Folk Research Center was liberation theology.
That's right.
Led by Monsignor Patrick Anthony, who we talked about
Right.
a little bit. So you are right.
True.
But in Guyana, that was not moving him yet.
No, that wasn't
When
moving
he
in
came
years.
back, I think.
Oh yeah, when I
and
came back
into contact with
with
Monsignor
Faber
Patrick.
and you know and the
Faber.
Folk Research Center, that's when this whole thing really,
And
you know.
and your conscience turned.
when we come
Yeah.
when we come back from the break.
come back
we
to stories.
Yeah,
Storytelling.
back to stories. Okay.
Take a break.
So this is wVENT 93.5, 94.7. We're here with George Fish Alphonse and Kennedy Boots Samuels. If you're not tuned in, you're missing a lot. It's fantastic. So stick with us right here at wVENT.
This is 93.5 in the north and 94.7 in the south. wVENT, the voice of St. Lucia.
Hey, you want an easy loan, an express loan? Come down to Axel. Easy and hassle free. Oh yes. Come down and see. Hey, Axel get it for you and me. Set your worries free. This is guaranteed. Accelerate with Axel. Axel Finance. Loans are convenient. Axel Finance helping you move forward. Accelerate with Axel. Accelerate with Axel. Come get a loan at Axel. Come get a loan at Axel. Accelerate your life with Axel. Call us today on 450-8222.
It's coming! The biggest launching in football. Visions Entertainment and SLFA presents Super League Football. Saturday, April 16th at Balseju Grounds and Sunday, 17th April at the Philip Masley Grounds, Beaufort. Saturday, 16th from 6 p.m. 2 big matches at Balseju with the match of the night. Champions of Champions. FC Paradise from Grenada, Super League Knockout Champs versus Rose and La Super League Champions. Sunday, 17th from 6 p.m. 2 big matches at Philip Masley Grounds, Beaufort. Prizes and giveaways galore. Just for fun costumes, red unlimited costumes, jazz tickets, flat screen TVs, home theater systems, and more. One lucky person walks away with $5,000 in hard cold cash. Admission $25. MCs Ezra the Fun Machine and Pringles. Music by Hollywood HP. Saturday, April 16th, Balseju Grounds. Sunday, 17th, Philip Masley Grounds, Beaufort. Sponsors: Digital, RCI, Guinness, HDS St Lucia, St Lucia National Lotteries Authority, Subway, Guest Mix, Good Times Snacks, NBC Real FM, South Sports Shop,
WVENT 93.5,
and St Lucia Fish Market Corporation.
Super League, another level.
Super League, football at another level.
Lucians got some knowledge for you.
Need to know what the balance on your electricity bill is? Call Lucilec's Automated Account Inquiry Service at 457-4433 and follow the prompts. Have your account number handy. You can find it here on your bill. It has 7 digits and always starts with the number 2. Get your electricity bill balance anytime. Call 457-4433.
It's the power of knowing with Lucians. Hey, you want an easy load, an express load? Come down to Axel. Easy and hassle free. Oh yeah, come down and see. Hey, Axel get it for you and me. Set your worries free. This is guaranteed. Accelerate with Axel. Axel Finance. Loans are convenient. Axel Finance helping you move forward. Accelerate with Axel. Accelerate with Axel. Come get a loan at Axel. Come get a loan at Axel. Accelerate your life with Axel. Call us today on 450-8222.
the only radio station in St. Lucia where you can express yourself all day long. WVENT 93.5, 94.7. St. Lucia Talks.
Bon après-midi, Saint Lucia.
Good afternoon, St. Lucia. 452-8368. WhatsApp is at 712-2322 to join the discussion.
And we're here in the studio with Mr. George Fish Alphonse. He is the author of La Month for wVent's and being interviewed by Kennedy Boots Samuels. And if it's you should be here in the studio with us because you can't see us laughing so hard over the radio. So over to you guys, gentlemen.
Yeah. So Fish,
So
you
good.
go deep into your storytelling.
That's
and
right.
I want to stay there a little bit.
Okay.
And your social consciousness.
Okay.
Yeah. I know, because I have done productions with you, that something that takes you up a lot is men, issues of men. And I know you have one or two stories
yeah.
that delve into
Oh,
things.
yeah.
I mean, these days, women are women issue, woman this,
yeah,
woman
yeah,
that,
yeah,
woman
yeah.
this, and so on.
But,
I think you
forgetting is about us.
very bravely went
yeah.
and took up the man thing. Let's tell the man's story a little bit.
This one is called Man's Story. I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a certain story. I want to tell you a story that is not a Nancy story. This story is no fairy tale. This story is no Cinderella Snow White children's story. This is a man's story. Man's story comic. Man's story tragic. Man's story is real story. Once upon a time, man did not make himself the beast that the beauties love to hate. Once upon a long time ago, certain grandmothers turned their boys into wolves. Take a look at little boys always get treated different from little girls. Take a look at the cradle. When the girls start to cry, it's pick up one time. Oh, don't cry, my baby. Mama, baby. A nice little girl like you. Everybody looking at you. Rock my baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will. When the little boy feeling bad, he cries his heart out before they pick him up. Eh? That making you strong. Where you going for, boy? Shut up! You want a cuff? Shut up, I tell you! It's breast you want? You too mannish! You like breast just like your father. I'll put my finger in your mouth, you cry baby. Shut up, boy! You ugly just like your father. You and he could pass for twins. Uglier and uglier. Once upon a time, man's story began. And that's the story. From the time the boy in nappy, he'd been working hard. Talk about pressure. From then it began, a long time ago. Little girls get protection. Little girls stay at home to do their schoolwork. Little boys are made of frogs and snails and puppy dog tails. But they make the girls out of sugar and spice and everything nice. You boast how the little Red Riding Hood and the pretty little princess do better than the dirty little boys in all of the school exams? Yeah? But what you expect? When his Jack who went up the hill to fetch a pail of water? Is Jack who carried the banner and dig the potato? Is Jack who chased the pig and chased the cow? Is Jack and not bride girl chill? And that's the story. One time, Jack say, God, they're milking a cow, the thing give me one kick. I fly one way, the milk fly another way. I in pain, but I can't cry. I hear a voice saying into my head, don't cry! Boys don't cry! Girls cry! So shut up! Big boys don't cry! Big boys don't cry! I don't want you to be a sissy. We are descendants of strong men. Remember Samson? He destroyed the Philistines with a jawbone of an ass. Remember that story? You have a name to uphold. One day you will be called Superman. In this man's story, little Jack Horner, sucking his finger in the corner, trying to be rough, just trying to be tough. Though all he wants is to suck on his finger. Though Humpty Dumpty afraid of the fall, but he better climb the wall. He better fight the fights. He better kick to goal. He better bounce the ball. He better punch the man. He better overtake. And he better win the race. He better drink the beers. He better rip the thing. He better take a life. He better diss a man. Because big boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry. And that's the story. Man's story. They were making iron hand men. Making stone faced men. Making hard-headed men. Caesars, Hitler, Rambo. Not without heart, but heartless the same. Not without love, but don't know its name. Not without joke, but don't know how to laugh. Not without tears, but don't know how to cry. Because big boys don't cry. And that's the story.
That's the story.
There's more to it, but you know,
Whoa.
sometimes you need to just give you
So
an
man's
extra.
story is a tragic story.
Yeah.
You blaming grandmothers for that, George?
Yeah, well, boys spend a lot of time with mothers and grandmothers. We always talk about single parents. So if it's single parents, then, you know, I mean, the boys are being raised by women, you know.
Yeah.
And men, but mostly women. I don't know if I might be a bit controversial.
Essentially,
you know,
you're saying what some of men become starts from way down in the cradle.
Oh
How we
yeah.
treat
Oh yeah.
boy
How we treat
children.
our boy children, how we treat our boys, how we raise our boys, you know what I mean? We raise them, you know, cause you see unfair. You know what I mean? And that's dangerous. You don't teach them to cry, you don't teach them to laugh, you don't something like that. Yeah, go like that.
More man story. Let's stay on that man issue. I know you have
Okay.
other
Man story?
madman.
Oh, madman story.
Yeah, I remember you had a madman story.
You know, because, you know,
That
I
man
was saying
story.
all around the time, you know, they say, Nom come away, Nom say boo, Nom say this, Nom say that, you know. And I know about boo, I know you're not a boo, I know Marcus not boo, you know, I mean, I don't know about if I boo, but we generalize and, you know, I mean, not realizing, boy,
Well,
they have
dogs.
men that have gone through a
Men
lot
are
of pain
dogs,
too.
Men are things.
Eh?
So, men are dogs.
Yeah, you hear that all the time. Anyway, that one is in Creole. This one is called, what I told you? What you told me to do?
Madman story.
Oh, madman story. Okay. Okay. Madman story. So be it. Madman story. From the time I small, I singing God save our gracious Queen. What about me? Eh? When will you all sing God save Funnies? Eh? Funnies is the one that need to be saved, you know. The Queen saved already. Sleeping in a palace with bodyguards. Funny sleeping on the streets with criminals, stray dogs. God save Funnies. All you sing that now. All you sing God save Funnies. I spent all my life in England serving royalty, working hard, taking winter, working hard, day in, day out, 3-4 jobs. Send all my money home to build a house. Come back home, no money, no house, no wife, no life. Who knows, knows. Who don't knows, don't knows. This is the story of a madman. Madman life ain't easy, you know. They look down on madman, say madman have curse, madman paying for something. Eh? How is madman alone that must pay when all have seen and fall short of the glory of God? Why, amen?
Amen.
This is the story of a madman. This is the voice of a madman. Lady, beg you $1. You have none today? Oh boy. I'm tired begging bread from people begging bread. We are all beggars begging bread. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm so hungry, so angry, so hungry, so hungry, so hungry, so angry. Bob Marley sang it once. Badman sang it twice. Run the track, DJ Alphonse. Them belly full, but we hungry. A hungry man is an angry man. Pull up. This is the song of a madman. Who says lightning doesn't strike the same place twice? Wrong. 7 times British, 7 times French. They say practice makes perfect. Practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Sense, boy, sense. I'm a graduate of the University of the Madhouse. Of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. You see, I'm mad, Your Honor, but it takes a madman to identify a madman, you know, Your Honor. You know, Your Honor, I didn't do nothing, you know, ma'am, Your Honor. This is just a case of mistaken identity, you know. I heard the song say, mash up, do a mad thing, mash up any damn thing. So I just mash up, do a mad thing, Your Honor. So, you know, Your Honor, this best case. This is the defense of a madman. This is the wisdom of a madman. Doctor! Doc! Dr. Rigsby! A word with you, Doc! Doc, what causes madness? Doc, why do you find more madmen than women? Doc, why do more men commit suicide? Why do they drink pesticide? You don't know? Doc, so how do you expect to get treatment if you do not know what causes madness? Well, Doc, research that. When you find the answer, call me at 1-900-MAD or email madanoff.com. I've got to find a cure for madness, because it will take a madman to cure a madman. This I know for sure.
Thank you. But in there, again, you documented some characters from our history. I noticed you mentioned Dr. Rigsby. I wonder how many people listening here would remember that doctor in St. Lucia.
Yeah, well, he was the only psychiatrist we had for years.
For many years. Now deceased Dr. Rigsby. But you have captured him in your poem, and in a way you have documented.
Yeah, well, and all those things I do that deliberately to
and in fact, the very poem itself, Madman Story, you remember, you made reference to Funnies.
This is also a character we had on the street. So, Funnies was a character on the street, a madman, a character on the street. Well, they call him madman. I mean, to my mind, boy, Funnies probably always lived there a lot, you know, I mean, on the road. I mean, when Funnies start to sing, and, you know, I mean, it was a very colorful character around the place and things. So, and sometimes I pass. You see, my work is out there, you know, I mean, that's how I document, that's how I observe, you know, I mean, I always do that, learn at drama school and things. So, as poets, as actors, as, you know, I mean, your observation have to be key. Observe what's around you, observe your environment.
And capture it for people to know it afterwards.
Exactly.
Actually, just as an aside, I think on Thursday, Robert Lee, another poet, is launching a book of poems.
That's right.
And I think the poem the book is about remembering castries.
That's right. That's right.
Documenting exactly what you're doing.
That happens at St. PM. I just put a little plug for my partner there at St. PM at the Folk Research Center.
So it's interesting, and it's giving us information. I mean, especially for the generation now who may not have known thing and whatnot. I remember you captured one on Old Timer, yeah. Maybe just a little, give us a little taste, you know, so that again some people remember that particular character that we had in St. Lucia.
Old Timer, for Old Timer. Old Timer was a merchant, not any traditional merchant. You know, that went to business school, no graduated with degree, no import-export dealer, no paper, pen, calculator, computer merchant. Old Timer never joined the Chamber of Commerce, but Old Timer was an old-time merchant, an ancient trader with no limitations, man. Old Timer could sell anything, everything. Wet goods, dry goods, once it good, Old Timer could sell it. Long before Habib went around St. Lucia with grip from Hospital Road to New Village, Old Timer was known for his bagging, from Paybush to Bogies, from Monier to Jimmy, you know, from Mola Sheikh. Never mind all of them Johnny come lately, you know, claiming how there is price busters and bargain centers, boasting how they don't sell cheap things, how they sell things cheaper. Don't mind them. None of them could have beat Old Timer when it comes to bargain. Old time people say, anytime the big merchants can't sell anything, call Old Timer and goods gone. He never rent no office in the boulevard, you know. But everybody know where to find him. Old Timer Bargain Center, behind the Castries Market, right by the Old Fish Market, next to the abattoir. Well, they don't have an abattoir there again, but next to the abattoir, When you buy meat inside the market, you could hear him. Old timer have a bargain. Treat me nice. Old timer have a bargain. Today I have cloth, jeans cloth, quality, polyester, for a little change. Got some style now. Old timer have a bargain. $3 a yard. Today alone, tomorrow old timer in Vanna. Today Terralin is $2 a yard. And faster than fish, meat or coals, all cloth, sold out, done. An old timer on his tall chair, counting his dollars. Bargain is my business. Old timer is not here for big profit, you know. Easy come, easy go. And the customers, class or no class, old timer bargain center would see them all.
Old timer bargain center.
See them all.
I remember growing up as a child. I remember this old timer.
Old timer chief, even though we didn't know.
He seemed to have had African consciousnness. Because
Yes,
I remember the long flowing robes,
Yeah,
which are
I
now
just
coming,
say, I just-
and
oh, yeah.
maybe with Rastafarians, and so now coming a little more bold and expressing their identity. Old timer way back
yes,
then
yes. You
would
know,
walk around with his
dress up
big
in his-
staff.
Yeah.
And
And long African robe.
And long African robes and head
That's when
covered
you go around
and
the
so on,
cash streets, advertising his business. Old timer, have a bargain! And then people would follow him by the market and things. So.
Which that's important stuff, man. Important stuff that you're
well,
thinking, you know.
That's
And
what I'm about, my brother. I just can't write just for writing's sake. I just can't do that just, you know what I mean, to say I'm doing that. I had to do it for some reason, for a purpose. To document, to educate, also to entertain. To
And it seems you're educating a lot, eh? It seems you're educating a lot because a lot of people listening to you now. I mean, let's say hello, Meadow. I think Meadow is listening to you. So hello, Meadow. You know?
Hello, Meadow. Hello, Meadow.
So, first, and I know you. I mean, some of these things. Yes, years gone by, Bitation, Old Timer, the things they did, the Country Boy, and the things, everything, and so on. Your attitude to these things that we are losing, etc. I remember you told me about forget them old things. You had something in which you responded to people that said forget them old things.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to share that with us.
I will share that. It's one of the pieces I really like, because boy, you know, I find you can't afford to forget them old things. You know what I mean? You can't forget. You telling me forget yesterday. You telling me forget. You know what I mean? And no way, man. No way could I forget that.
How do you stand up today if you don't remember yesterday?
Absolutely.
If you don't know your foundation, how do you stand up strong?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, let's say it.
Forget them old things. For Pa Bear, Pa Alphonse, Pa Shul. That's all my grands in my life. I raised up around my father,
What's
my
the
two
names?
grandfathers. Pa Bear, Pa Alphonse.
Is Cyril?
No, Pa Shul is Cyril. Yeah. Because they really make me understand and appreciate that. You know what I mean? Anyway. I live all them donkey years. Through fears, through blood, through sweat and tears, through rain, through pain. Now they want me to jump from the frying pan into the fire. They say, rebrand. Get out of this village. We passed that stage. It's a nuclear age. Move into the city. You need electricity. That will help your sanity. Don't be stubborn. Think urban. Upgrade. This house upside down. Change it around. Put carpet on the ground. Get a color television, man. Get some cable vision. That will help your vision. Sail with the tide. The wide web. Blow with the tide. Blow with the wind. Forget them coal pot. Get a gas stove. Them charcoal make your hand them black like slavery. You need a microwave. Don't be foolish. This place need furnishing. You need a refrigerator and generator. Spring mattress ends stress. Posturpedic ends epidemic. Backache, headache, toothache. Jump on the bandwagon, man. Forget about them hand washing, them river washing. It's a world of machine. Get a washing machine. Dash with them big toilet. You need proper outlet. You need a swimming pool for keep you cool. Be elegant. Get an elegante. Dash with them elephant underpants. Be brief. Get yourself some string brief. You want to get left behind? Forget about them storytelling. Stop playing them drum that sound like a dumbbell. Them silly belly dance and quadrille dance. Rebrand. Hip hop. Baila, baila muchacho. Do the break dance. Get a stereogram, you too stereotype. Forget about them La Rose and Marguerite. Boring, that's old fashioned, man. Rebrand. Take them things to Rodney Bay. Bring in the youth. They know how to hurt it. Hurt it. Hurt it. Forget about them bush tea. Them herbs tea. Logette will give you gorgette. Forget about them herbs tea. Black coffee, mud color cocoa tea. Get some Milo and go, 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 go for good health. Enjoy your wealth. From time is small, me learn common sense born before book sense. Never exchange an old for a new. Cause old cannery cook good food. New broom sweeps clean. But old broom know the corners. Above all, never hang your heart where your hand cannot reach.
Yeah, well, we see more forms coming in there. Riddles,
Exactly.
wise sayings,
That's right.
proverbs.
That's right.
That is so much part of our oral tradition.
That's right. Plain if what I know. I feel comfortable in
New
it.
broom sweeps clean.
Yeah.
But
Old broom know the corners.
yeah.
Now I learned that from my grandparents.
Yeah.
So it's, I'm sorry, we're coming on 3:45. We're going to take a break real quick.
Okay.
And we'll be back. So,
Just before we do that, a quick WhatsApp message here that you can probably address when we return. It is from Vladimir. He's listening from Jamaica.
Hey.
And he says, I just want to pick up Fish. I'm curious about how Fish sees the future of this tradition, which he exemplifies. And he says, and also, how this form may impact the so-called written tradition we have in St. Lucia. It is an important interaction between artist and society, between poet and nation, language. Bless up, Puiso.
Bless up, my brethren. Bless up.
our diaspora person in exile for a while, right, in Jamaica. So excellent, Vladimir. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back.
Okay.
I hope everyone's enjoying the show as much as I am, and Herma is. So stick with us here at wVENT. We're coming right back.
If it happens, hear about it first on the new voice of St. Lucia. wVENT 93.5, 94.7. St. Lucia talks.
Hey, you want an easy load, an express load? Come down to Axel, easy and hassle free. Oh yeah, from Long and Sea. Hey, Axel gets it for you and me. Set your worries free. This is guaranteed. Accelerate with Axel. Axel Finance. Loans are convenient. Axel Finance, helping you move forward. Accelerate with Axel. Accelerate with Axel. Come get a loan at Axel. Come get a loan at Axel. Accelerate your life with Axel. Call us today on 450-8222.
Visit Tiles Plus today for the lowest prices on tiles, thinset, grout, laminate flooring, doors, and more. Located opposite the SDA Church in Lance Road, Castries. Run down to Tiles Plus for the best deals. Call us now at 453-7939. Ask about our free consultation. Tiles Plus. We've got 18 by 18 tiles as low as $222 per square foot and 12 by 12 as low as $247. At Tiles Plus, your discount is a must.
St. St. Lucia Talks on wVent 93.5, 94.7. wVent 93.5, 94.7.
Bon après-midi, St Lucia.
Good afternoon, St Lucia. 4528368. WhatsApp is at 712-2322 to join the conversation here at wVent.
And we're here in the studio with Mr. Fish Alphonse, George Fish Alphonse. He is our author of the month, and he's being interviewed by Kennedy Boots Samuels. And a little meme just popped up on my screen. It says, being a little weird is just a natural side effect of being awesome. I thought it was a perfect quote for to go for the next 15 minutes.
I don't think it's weird at all.
Following Madman's story.
Right, exactly.
Well, let's just say hello and hail Vlad.
Yeah. Big up my brother.
Big up Vlad.
Yeah, big up Jamaica too. Well, love Jamaica bad, you know why.
And he pointing to some really important questions that's highlighted from your compositions and your performance and so on, you know, especially some what the future we see, what future we see for what you're doing. I think in answer to that, I mean, not to answer him totally, but to just mention that how does what you're doing influence writing, but within your own compositions shows the influence. What can happen with the influence of traditions, St Lucian traditions, you know, and usefulness of getting to the writing and giving you something very, very, very unique, you know, as a literary artist. It's very, very unique compared to other literary artists, and the uniqueness comes from you're delving into some of the richness that we have in the St. Lucian culture.
Exactly.
The forms, your use of forms.
Yeah, that's my
your
background. That's
knowledge
what I
of the
use.
language
Yeah.
and the languages
Yeah.
and being able to go across it, etc. But also, I think it goes beyond just the writing, as we said, in traditional sense, because writing is move. Look at what's happening in the modern generation and so on.
Sure.
A lot of the things that we depended on writing for, right now, depend on the technology.
Yeah.
And so you're now talking not just writing in the traditional sense, but you're also talking composing. You're also talking working with rhythm, that you naturally have some of these, this vocabulary at your disposal to write already. So you create rhythmic poems, you create song poems, you create picture poems, you create things that will live on the technology, on the things and so on, rather than not just in books. So within a lot of what you are doing is a lot of the genesis of where writing is going. As well as the same as we preserve traditional
preserve, document, and that's what I'm about.
Yeah, but let's go, Fish. I mean, people may feel that you're just about the old things that you're telling us not forget and so on, but you are composing all the time. You're creating all the time. And a lot of what you have read there so far has been around St. Lucia for a while. You're right. I think you have been doing new works. You have things that we have not heard around the place. Before the next break, let's delve into Make St. Lucians hear some of the new things that you've been doing.
I will go to Stony Hill. That was
well, that's not a new. But it's in the vein of some of the tributes and characters that we have had. I think you did that for somebody.
Actually,
as an incident.
A poet friend of mine, a Jamaican. When I was at the School of Drama, I came across, at that time you had fellas like Mutabaruka, Michael Smith, Uku. This guy, they really influenced some of my. This was called performance poets.
Performance poetry.
This guy.
We had words like dub poetry.
That's right.
Performance poetry.
That's right.
Thing. And then from England side, you had people like Linton Kwesi.
That's right.
Kwesi Johnson. And
that's right. Okay. So I came up around that generation.
And in fact, one of them, Oku. His name was Orlando Wong. He started writing in prison.
Yes.
He was in prison. Then he was so good that they would take him, if I remember.
Yes, you're right.
Take him out of prison, bring him to perform night
and bring him back into the prison. Take him into the studio to do some of his recording of his poetry and then bring him back into the prison.
Orlando Wong. Oku
Noro.
Some kind of name like that. But you were talking about Mikey.
I was talking about Mikey Smith, and Mikey and I were real close. In fact, Mikey I really took me inside the bowels of Jamaica, took me to Trenchtown and some other places which I would have never been.
Jonestown,
man. Mikey Smith took me around Jamaica. And then one time, when I returned, I was there already. That was around 84. I returned, I got a call from Jamaica. Well, first you just killed Mikey to death there. Somebody I knew that was very close to Mikey and things, so he just called me and tell me, boy, you just killed Mikey Stony Hill.
They kill him to death?
Yes. Stone him to death. Stone him.
Stone him to death.
What? Is that what they will?
Kill him to death.
Kill him to death. That's what they did. Kill him to death.
Yeah, Mikey stoned to death.
Stoned to it. One time Mikey gone to a political meeting in Stony Hill. And after the meeting, he there, let him go lyrics.
He was stoned to death at Stony Hill.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway, let me go. I talking too much. Look, I say killed to death for all kind of things. Stony Hill for Mikey Smith, poet, friend, stoned to death, Stony Hill, Kingston, Jamaica. Let he who's without sin cast the first stone. Come a look, see what happened. Call a friend, call a neighbor, call a poet. Mikey dead, oh. Them stone the dread, till him dead, oh. And a lie, Mikey lie, make the stony. And a thief, Mikey thief, make them killy. And the truth, them brute, dispute, make them stone the dread, till him dead, oh. Cast him pearl before them swine, them cast the stone, make him moan, till he groan, make him till him dead, oh. Come pay day, them get pay, what they sow, that them reap, who Jah bless, no man curse. Call a friend, call a neighbor, call a poet. Them kill the dread, till he dead, oh.
So that's where it comes from. They kill him dead.
Yeah.
Till he dead. They kill the dread till him dead.
Actually,
wow.
That's a Jamaican folk song.
Sammy Dead. I
Sammy
know
Dead.
it. Sammy
You know
Dead.
what I
Oh,
mean?
Sammy
And
Dead.
I'm saying,
Sammy Dead.
I want to
Sammy
pay
Dead,
tribute to
oh.
a Jamaican guy. What could I do? So, forget my St Lucian roots. Go to the Jamaican archives within me, and pull out that song.
It's not only a St Lucian.
You know
Jamaican
what I
song. I knew that song.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's a Jamaican folk, but it's ours.
Yeah,
It's
true,
a Caribbean
true.
family we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So I'm
haven't
influenced by
forgotten
all
any
of this.
roots or
Yeah,
anything.
sure.
It became it's so natural.
Yeah.
So Sammy Dead,
just-
Sammy Dead. Oh, come and look.
See what happened? Yeah, that's right. That's
Remember
right.
that?
So again, as I told you, is the influences of what's around me and
Vlad, that was for you in Jamaica. In Jamaica, Vlad is right now?
yeah.
Well, Vlad,
Yeah.
now, that was really appropriate. For
That's
you.
why
And I remember Mikey Smith.
yeah, man.
Powerful
Man.
performance poet.
Oh yeah.
He was a little infirm. He had
Yeah,
a
a
limp
little
and-
limp. That's right, but
I remember Mikey Smith.
yeah. That man had a little influence on me around my, my dub style. My
I
dub
lived in
wise.
Jamaica sometime, and boy, I would never understand. Jamaica, there were some brutal habits in Jamaica.
I remember a little.
Wow, in terms of killing,
Yeah, man.
especially in relation to gays. You
Boy.
remember, you stoned them, a couple
But-
of them died
but-
that way too.
But
And
despite
you remember
that,
why
man,
that happened? It was political.
politics, it was politics. It was in the middle of election season in Jamaica. Mikey gone by a political meeting that one of the parties were holding, and after the meeting, he started running his mouth. That was just typical Mikey to just, you're fooling up the people, you know what I mean? Boy, the people turned on him right there. Stones. Rest in peace, my brethren.
Wow.
Yeah. So, new works. Let's hear some new things.
When we come back from the news.
Okay.
Wow. We are there. Okay.
Yeah. Quick 12 minutes, huh? It just, it flows so easily. So, this is wVENT 93.5, 94.7. We're doing our author of the month. And this month's author is George Fish Alphonse. He's here with us in the studio with Kennedy Boots Samuels. And so, as soon as we come back from the news, we will continue up until 4:30. If you have any questions, you can WhatsApp us at 712-2322. Coming back.
St. Lucia Talks on wVENT 93.5, 94.7.
From wVent's News Center, this is the 4 p.m. news for today, Tuesday, February 2nd, 2016. I am Asana Morrison. A teenage female is currently in police custody assisting with investigations into the death of 57-year-old Bacatel resident Paul St. Rose. Attorney-at-law Marcus Foster is representing the 16-year-old. Foster confirmed that she is expected to be charged later today with second-degree murder and could be taken to court by tomorrow. The attorney-at-law disclosed that from there the process will be with regard to application for bail, and they will see where it goes from there. According to him, the teenager had been held by the police since last week, but Foster disclosed that the police had requested an extension of time. On Thursday, January 28, 2016, at about 2:50 a.m., Paul St. Rose, alias Bams, was discovered in a seated position with stab wounds to his upper body at his residence in Bakatel. He was transported to the Victoria Hospital where he was pronounced dead by a medical doctor. It was the fourth homicide for the year 2016. In political news today, MP for Ansari Canaries, Dr. Desmond Long, better known in Calypso circles as the Mighty Pep, has denied what he describes as rumors that he was pushed by the ruling party to quit elective politics. In a statement to the media today, the MP also dismissed suggestions that he was dissatisfied with not being given a ministerial portfolio and that the ruling party did not wish him to contest the upcoming elections. Long asserted that nothing could be further from the truth. He disclosed that the political leader and the party's executive have stood by him from his very first days in politics. The outgoing MP further disclosed that no one called on him to step down or not to contest the upcoming election. He says this is his decision taken after consultations with his family, loved ones, and close friends. Long recalled that when he entered elective politics in 2011, he was a young medical doctor with an equally young private practice. He explained that it was his hope that he could successfully navigate the rigors of political representation while simultaneously building his medical practice. However, Long lamented that in reality, the marriage of the two has not worked out as he expected, resulting in him not being able to give the constituents of Ansari and Canaries the level of care and attention he would like to have. The MP stated that whereas he retains a commitment to assisting those from his constituency in need of his medical help, he must make way for the Labour Party to find someone who can devote the time and attention which the people of Ansari and Canaries truly deserve. In other political news today, United Workers' Party UWP Castries South candidate Senator Mary Isaac is calling on government to address their air pollution problem in the constituency, which she hopes to represent. Isaac said that while it is politically expedient for the St Lucia Labour Party SLP government to surface the Cicero Road, it has been left in a deplorable state. According to her, the dust and pollution coming out of the construction works is badly affecting the children, especially the babies in the orphanage, and they are starting to show signs of discomfort. The Castries South constituency has been plagued with a number of other issues for the past several years, according to the UWP senator, which she would like to address. The former trade unionist has already expressed confidence that the UWP will secure the Castries South seat in the next general elections and promised to implement major changes in that constituency. In more news, the sitting of the Senate is scheduled for Thursday, February 4th, 2016, with papers to be laid and bills to be presented by the Honorable Minister for Legal Affairs, Home Affairs, National Security, and Leader of Government Business. The bills down for consideration include the Eastern Caribbean Asset Management Corporation, Consumer Protection, and Clinical Trials. Thursday's sitting is scheduled to commence at 10 a.m. And finally today, on Wednesday, February 3rd, the community of Dennery will kick off the Meet the Commissioner series of town hall meetings for 2016. The town hall meeting is slated for 6:30 p.m. at the Clendon Mason Memorial Secondary School. The Dennery station is the main organizer of this event. The Royal St Lucia Police Band will also join in the visit and grace the community with a musical treat. This town hall meeting presents the opportunity for community members to meet the Commissioner and other senior level officers, but most importantly, it is an open forum for discussion on matters of concern, which may include social issues, security, and policing in general. And this has been the 4 p.m. news for today, Tuesday, February 2nd, 2016. Join us at 6 p.m. for an updated newscast on wVent FM. I am Asana Morrison. Good afternoon.
St. Lucia, you need to be heard now. Call Marcus and Herma on the vent line, 452-8368. That's 452-VENT.
Bon après-midi, St Lucie.
Good afternoon, St. Lucia, 452-8368. Remember, you can join the conversation via WhatsApp, 712-2322.
And we're here in the studio with the wVENT Author of the Month, George Fish Alphonse, and he's being interviewed very ably by Kennedy Boots Samuel.
Thanks, Marcus.
No problem.
Let's get back with Fish. New works. Let St Lucia hear some new creations from George Fish
New
Alphonse.
creations will not be much of the anyway.
Let's get into it, man.
This one is called Tattoo. Still again, influence always around with. Tattoo. Haiti, Muddy Creek. Haiti. Anjo, ti kosho made mama. Mama, ki madi a chelo longo sa. Mama o, chelo foot long. Mama kosho, gade ti kosho. Mama kosho sukwe tetli. Ekwipon, ishmwe. Tattoo. Haiti, maka sipate asou tremblante a ki pase. Jodi Haiti, deme Chili. Lot jou sa ou, a lot somewhere. Le bab kamo adou pri di fe, wouze sa ou. Tout sa ki ka wibote asou la pen Haiti. Tattoo. Haiti, l'histoire dit, Général Dessalines dit, liberté, égalité, fraternité. Liberté et belle la mort. Les hommes dit, yo dit, Pat Robinson dit, c'est voodoo. Yo dit, Haiti van lamli, bay demou. Yo dit, ça Haiti fait, c'est ça Haiti kawe. Haiti paye pour condition avec demou, pour liberté, égalité, fraternité. Tout ça qui a jugé Haïti. Tattoo. Tout ça qui a tattoo. Tout ça qui prend la bataille, fait bataille avec Haïti, fait Haïti payer après liberté, égalité, fraternité. Tattoo. Tout ça qui si c'est ça Haïti. Tattoo. Tout ça qui a violé Haïti. Tout ça qui mettait Haïti à la joie pauvreté. Après liberté, égalité, fraternité. Tattoo. Haïti, du bout. La vie pas qu'un bout. Mi la main, pris la main, chebe la main, pli la main, chay levé. Haïti, la peine yon nèg, c'est la peine tout nèg. Haïti, après la peine, consolation. Après la pluie, soleil. Haïti, tattoo.
Whoa. There's power there. I see different powers working. Look. The written poem. Suppose somebody gets this by themselves somewhere, and reading this to themselves. The power is a little different from hearing you, the people that are sitting outside there in the community, just hearing you.
Okay.
Interesting that. Now me, Marcus, and over here, watching you.
Watching me.
Watching you.
You're laughing watching me.
Performing and doing this. A different kind of power again with this poetry. The performer in you brings a lot to the poem.
It's true.
To the written poem.
Yeah, I agree. I concur.
And it seems as though they naturally have to go together.
Because
unlike some writers write their poetry and you can take it strength and analyze everything and so on, but somehow they seem this and you seem so inextricably.
It's deliberate, my brother. It's not
a performance.
It's deliberate. It's a conscious.
Performance is key to this.
It's a conscious decision. It's a conscious thing. I was trained as an actor at the Jamaica School of Drama. That's one of I specialize in acting at the Jamaica School of Drama. I needed content, so I started writing my own content. So I fused the two. So it's not it's not by no accident that I decided that I will write and perform my stuff. and stop probably doing other people's work as I used to do at one time, you know, I'm not realizing that, look, by within me also have the capacity and the capability of putting it down also and, you know, go and perform it. I already have the performing skills. If I mesh the writing skills with the performing skills, then you can't stop me. Yeah. According to a letter I get from somebody, you are the best boy.
Yeah, but also in terms of others who wants to interpret your work and use it and so on, it's key to understand the importance of performance to some of these some of these creations. Let's go. You have something else for us, lineup? Something new.
Something new. I mean, you know, I'll tell you, I love me Creole, so something new. I'm bien levé. That's probably what I should have done, you know, I mean, probably a long time ago. Although it's a new one, but
bien levé by Mr. by Monsieur and Mrs.
Bien levé. And probably that's why, you know, I mean, that's why I say to the youths in Fuller Show, good afternoon, Fuller Show. I'm a Fuller Show youth too. You know, I mean, I ain't too much, you know, ruckus and bo in a Fuller Show. In my time, Fuller Show never existed like that. Yes, cemetery against Fuller Show. It was one Fuller Show cemetery. You couldn't tell the difference. So much so, God asked the history of Fuller Show. My father had a garden right in the cemetery there, where you all living there. You know, plant his bananas and his, you know what I mean, and his stuff there. So anyway, bien levé. Aba maman mwen, comment te Satan est comprendre, moi apprendre tous les jours ou lever, dis merci bon Dieu. Moi apprendre, enchimer la vie, chercher bon Dieu premier. C'est bon Dieu ou kaiwe dernier. C'est ça moi apprendre. Moi apprendre, en tout ça ou ka fait, mettez bon Dieu devant. Point derrière. Moi apprendre jugement bon Dieu simple. Ça ou fait, ça ou est. Qu'on fait cabane, qu'on couche. C'est ça moi apprendre. Bah papa moi, comment te Satan et comprendre, moi apprendre un bon nom plus important parce que oui chasse Satan. Moi apprendre pas prendre chapeau côté la main pas qu'arriver. Côté saouni. Pas jaloux sa personne ni, voler réseau personne. Haïtien dit d'un blanc. C'est ça moi apprendre. Apa aba maman moi, comment te Satan et comprendre moi apprendre. Les gros moun ka parler, ti maman pas ka entrer. Moi bien levé. Moi levé avec principe. Moi bien levé. Ma jiwe, babier. Moi apprendre porter tout mon respect. Gros comme petit. Bonjour monsieur, bonsoir madame, souple, merci. C'est ça moi apprendre. Moi apprendre, il ka prendre un village pour lever un petit mamay. En bas papa moi, comment te Satan et comprendre, moi apprendre si mien ou rien passer ou en rien. Même si ou ni, même si couleur noir comme charbon, pas tourner vacabon. Fait rien qui pas bon. Moi apprendre, même si ou fait actualité en bouche, par la grâce bon Dieu, ou ça tourne en actualité, en choulé l'eau. C'est ça moi apprendre. Aba, papa, maman moi, qui t'es avec, comment te Satan et comprendre, moi apprendre, même si ou pas nizier, ou ça ouais. Même si ou malheureux, pas ouais te derrière. Ça qui parle beau pied, près devant. Ça qui parle nizier, près devant. C'est ça moi apprendre. Moi apprendre, las plewe, du bout hele, clewe, lever, chercher, manger, par la souhait ou kay manger pain. Moi apprendre, vivre dit bien, pas dit mal. pas fait pochon, ça ou pas fait pochon fait. C'est ça moi apprendre.
Again, you lose many forms from the oral tradition. Yeah. A point we can make here is that our we have literature.
Yes.
And we do not have, if we keep, if
Thank
we only
you.
recognize things that are written, we will be missing, although we'll feel that we're not equal to
True.
England, and so
True.
we don't have literature.
True.
We have a long history of writing.
Exactly.
But we have long history of creation with the voice.
This is called by.
With the voice. With the voice.
That's right, my brethren.
Yeah, all of these wise sayings that you know that are captured in your poem, all of these you know guidance, all of these philosophies on the world and so on, captured in it. These are elder, ancient things that have been there.
That's right.
Our literature in St Lucia.
Si moi dou ça fait moi la peine, ou peut que ça vrai. Messieurs et dames, grand monde dit, pas jamais dit, jamais. Mais moi, non, ça l'a dit. Ma ka jamais levé en forme de gadoko. Jamais. Ou ça couille moi mal maman, ou ça couille ma ka levé pièce forme de gadoko. Messieurs et dames, écoutez ça, hein. Et dis-moi si tout non mauvais. C'était un jour au souhait. Moi, je veux une femme là en gros chimé, en gros l'appli, tout déchiré, qu'a pleuré. Messieurs et dames, ma ça aussi s'est engagé, mais mener la caille, baigner, poudrer, ouvrir la porte chez moi, faire tuer, porter magasin, bail tout ça a été besoin, bail hard, font tout ça li capoter. Bay boire, bay manger, bay l'amour, à boire c'est, caresser, bay l'amour juste vini belle, go, qu'on vole. Moi dis jamais encore. Ma ka lever pièce femme di gade encore. Jamais. Ou ça couille moi, nèg noir sale sorti à bois mikou, ma ka lever pièce femme di gade encore. Jamais. Messieurs et dames, écoutez-moi, hein, là où t'en shout là, l'autre nom commence à gagner, notre nom commence à garder, qu'à suivre les comme mouche miel de si haut. Messieurs et dames, faut me foutre moi yon coup de conne bœuf tout haut. Messieurs et dames, ça pénètre chez moi, ça dérange cerveau moi, ça fait moi fou. N'a commencé à marcher tout partout qu'à chanter bring back my honey to me. Mais les ouais moi faire ça y ben moi fouté à moi boire. Là où t'en shout là. Les moi quitter la toque, place là yo te ka chen j'en fou. Moi vie la caille, femme là aller toute la souhait moi. Caille la vide qu'on les am voler passer, vide qu'on bouche gros moun. Et messieurs et dames, moi nom ça là, caille lever pièce femme di gade encore, jamais. Ou ça couille moi saloperie, ma capouille, oh bah pièce femme encore, jamais, never. Tonne.
Aye, aye, aye. Oh, Fish. The metaphors. Let's talk English. The metaphors. The figurative language. The sound. Sound and sense and rhyme. And here this metaphor. Vid kom bush go moon. It's an unfortunate metaphor.
But this poetry I find them
And you have another one even in guac or volley.
Guac. You know guac.
Guac or volley.
Yeah. What people live it off other people, you know you can really bell.
Guac. Oh.
Yeah, go volley.
So neighbor moon we guac go.
Ça c'est volley.
our time going.
Yes.
And I know you have some powerful stuff that speaks to the young people and some of the problems they give around, and some of the issues that are affecting them, like the violence and the badness and the things and so on. Probably, let's speak to them. I mean, the society is there that will control the future society. They will determine how we go. The society goes, the direction, and so on. So probably let's round off with some words to the young people.
Good afternoon to all ghetto youths listening. If you are listening, good afternoon. You know, hang in there, man, brothers. You know, this one is called Original for all ghetto youths. Original bad man. See me here? Ask Beanie Man, ask Elephant Man, who's the original bad man? The cool roller. I me that. Not one scarp on my face. Going wrong like all you playing bad. What bad? You see me? Sure, man. You see me? I could have been badder than you, harder than you, ruder than you. See me here? Sure, man. Bad to the bone. Could have been where you could have never be. But through the powers of the Most High, Rastafari, I enter the bowels of Babylon. Through warmongers, more hungers, through loads of bullshit, up roads of misfit and counterfeit, never dirty me white outfit. So can you, my youth, so can you, through the powers of the Most High, Rastafari. See me here? Original road boy. See me? I like me I tell. Ask Buju, ask Cartel, ask Bon Tequila, who's the original rude boy. I me that. Going wrong like you're large in charge, you run things. Go ahead, see me here? Extra large. You can't trace my track. Sizzler. See me here? Cha, you see me, man? Could have been jailhouse, you know, boy. I could have been crack house, mad house. Could have been where you could have never be. But through the belief in the Most High, Rastafari, I enter the eye of a needle. Never get prick. Never prick. So can you, my youth. So can you. Through the powers of the Most High, Rastafari. Original lover. I me that. See me here? Original lover. Ask Berries. Ask Shaggy. Ask Shaba, who's the original Mr. Lover. I me that. See me here? Champion lover. The girl them sugar. I me that. Make the girls them wine and dine and wheel and come again. I me that. But through the meditation on the Most High, champion lover never raise his hand upon any woman. Champion lover never sleep with me woman daughter. Champion lover never molest the little boy them. Champion lover never murder me baby mother and she daughter. So can you, my youth. So can you. Through the meditations on the Most High, Rastafari. My youth, simmer down. Simmer. Shaman, ceasefire. Pull up. Rewind. Cease and suckle. Because badness have a way that's come back to haunt you. Because one sad day, the chicken will come home to roost. Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your woman, your cat, your dog, your mosquito. Because when you think you're bad, there's always somebody badder than you, madder than you, sicker than you, badder than you, madder than you, sicker than you, madder than you, badder than you, sicker than you.
Sure. They come for his mosquitoes.
Even his
Wow.
mosquito.
Wow.
Even his mosquito.
We coming to the end, you know. Yeah. I mean, we spent time. I think it was nice that we spend more time hearing you and hearing the works and listen to the works rather than have you talk a lot of things around, because the work speaks.
Yeah, well,
The work speaks,
Thank
and
you,
it was
thank
important
you.
that we hear
Yeah.
a lot of these. There's one I want to hear.
Really?
Yeah, you've got the power.
Oh.
You remember this nice little?
Yeah. Oh, you got the
before
power.
we think,
Okay.
about the responsibilities we have for our children, young people.
Yeah.
And it might be a nice thing to end up this
Okay.
important session.
Okay. Thank you, man. Okay. You've got the power. For St. Lucian parents worldwide. You've got the power. When you raise a child, you're raising the future. Imagine the power you've got in your hands. The power to build or destroy. To make a life or to make a living. To raise a monument or to build a tomb. Imagine all that. You make your future in the raising of your child. You've got the power. Obedient or disobedient, you will make. Discipline or indiscipline, you will create. Good or bad, it's you who will shape. Come on, brother, you've got the power to give that child high self-esteem or low self-esteem. From your hands, father, will come a dum-dum or genius. From your breast, mother dear, is doctor or scientist, killer or bank robber. Imagine that. Where do you come from? The good, the bad, the ugly, the great mother, the abusive father, Nobel Prize winner, or bad dictator? Don't fool yourself. You've got the power and the ability. Take control. Because you are in charge. Give us some good citizens. We're depending on you. You're investing in your car, you're buying property, but you're investing in the future. When you take care of your youths, you've got the power. Let's see what you will create.
And yes, you definitely have the power with your writing and your performance. Which, let me say thanks on behalf of listeners, on behalf of the station wVent and so on for this fascinating dialogue with your work and your creations. One thing that stands out is that you capture a lot of the strength of the arts, the literary arts in St. Lucia. We have the oral tradition, where the oral tradition meets the literary tradition. Yeah, and meets many other traditions and forms in our culture to create something that is unique to us. George Fish Alphonse and his writing, truly the pride of St. Lucia. Maybe we can ask you to end with your famous, most probably all St. Lucians would know this poem by now, Lucian Pride.
Okay.
It would be nice. Let's round it off.
Lucian
because
Pride.
listening to you, you make us all proud to be Lucian. You make us proud of our language. You make us proud of our culture. And you make us proud to have an artist like you.
Thank you. All them Lucians leave their homeland, go foreign land, looking for field of dreams. I wonder what they're searching for. England got family planning, we got family planning. America got tourism, we have tourism. France have their French, no ni patois. Them have international airport, we have international airport. Them have traffic lights, we have traffic lights. Them have Nobel Prize winner, we have Nobel Prize winner too. Them have bureaucracy, we have bureaucracy. They have Shakespeare, we have Walcott. You only Diana Ross, no ni Cécile Descartes. You need Bobby Watson, no ni Luther Foswa, no ni Boo Hinkson. You need J.C. Penny. You need J.Q. Charles. They have CNN. We have HTS that taking CNN. You need Bel-Air, Comte Solo, la Rose and La Marguerite. Yo pas ni ça. Nous ka comprendre anglais. Yo pas ça comprendre patois. Every day you complaining about the pain, the strain, summer and winter. Time rough, time ripe. Don't burn your bridge. Come out of the fridge. Come back home to your promised land. Viens cette ici. T'étais pas jamais trop fort pour l'estomac. Ou obligé manger. Nous n'y assez mango, fromage, bagay. Viens cette ici. St Lucia is for St Lucians. At home and abroad. Thank you.
Thank you, Fish.
Thank you.
Marcus, the Homer, that's it, you know.
Thank
that's
you.
It. I hope it was good. I hope it was good. I hope
It was a pleasure.
useful.
Thank
I
you
hope
all.
it was-
I think it was fantastic. I think it was excellent,
Thank you all.
and I mean, this is the power of this new radio. You know, this new radio station where we bring this kind of quality entertainment and culture to our country and beyond, obviously, from you know, having Vlad in Jamaica and or people listening throughout the diaspora.
I've been on the radio station for so long, performing my work.
I have to tell you, I lived every single story, every single poem, every single experience as you told it. That one about the woman that cornered you, it really didn't kill me.
This will never sound like that in English. Try
At
to put that
all.
in English.
At
She
all.
horny. Your food tail could call you.
Mukabachi best to all. Just going a little far with the metal.
And I have to say, Boots, you really help in bringing out, you know, with your little comments and even the laughter. It sounds like it's just a part of it. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
I want to thank Metalise Breen, who is producing these segments, actually doing the organization, getting the writers.
Meadow.
Hello, Meadow. Hello, Meadow. So I want to really big up her at the Cultural Development Foundation. She's the heart behind this segment, and we really greatly appreciate the work that she does in organizing the authors and getting it all organized. So thank you very much, Metalise. Robert Lee has also been integral in organizing this, so we want to really big up him at the Folk Research Center. And of course, Herma and me, we really appreciate the time that you guys have spent here. Thank you very much. We look forward to it. Fish, gotta have you back again just so I can ask you questions. So anyway, so thank you very much, gentlemen. We really appreciate it. It's been a really great, a great show.
It's a pleasure to be here, really.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.